My parents thought excluding me from Thanksgiving would bring them peace, but they had no idea how deeply that cut, or what I'd build from the wound. It was a simple text, yet it unraveled years of quiet endurance. We want a peaceful Thanksgiving with your sister's family this year. Maybe you could skip this one, we need space. Those words hit like a sudden storm, stirring memories of always being the one pushed aside. I'm Elara Voss, 31, a tech executive from suburban Chicago. My days are filled with board meetings and product launches, but my heart has always craved the quiet beauty of distant lands. Last month, after a grueling promotion, I finally claimed that dream, a 4 million estate in Tuscany, Italy, with rolling hills and ancient olive groves. I hadn't told them yet. Planned to surprise everyone at the holiday table. The message came on a Tuesday, mid-meeting prep. My phone buzzed with Mom's tone. I expected menu chatter or flight details. Instead, exclusion. My hands shook. Shock gave way to a familiar ache, the one from childhood, watching my sister get the spotlight while I faded into reliability. Growing up, I was the eldest, the capable one. Straight A's, scholarships, through college. My sister, Leela, 5 years younger, was the charmer, always needing more support. Parents paid her tuition. I scraped by. Her sweet 16 got a new car. I saved 2 years for mine. When I graduated with honors, they left early for Leela's apartment move. My promotion dinners turned into her life plans. I supported them anyway. Weekly calls. Holiday help. Bailed Leela out when her husband, Nate, lost jobs. Researched schools for my niece and nephew. Always there, always in the shadows. They called me independent, but it felt like an excuse to overlook me. Single at 31, no kids, that marked me lower in their eyes. You haven't met the right one yet, Mom said, as if my career and friends were placeholders. Extended family saw clearer. Aunt Vivian, a psychology professor, my confidante. Cousins Theo and Maya, close from summer lake houses. They celebrated me truly. Last Thanksgiving stung. Brought a boyfriend, we sat at the kids' table while Leela's in-laws got prime seats. My promotion announcement shifted to Leela's volunteer work. He left soon after, citing family strain. This year, with the estate, I thought it'd change. Tuscan sunsets to share. Proof of my worth. But the text clarified I was optional. Flashbacks flooded. Christmas, gifts for kids only. My birthday late because of Leela's meeting. Dinners centered on her. Therapist's words echoed. What if you prioritized yourself like they do her? I drafted angry replies. Deleted them. Breathed. Then clarity, no fight. Create my own table. Surround myself with those who see me. Responded, enjoy? Excitement surged. Notebook out, Thanksgiving in Tuscany. Listed Aunt Vivian, cousins, uncles. People who'd cross oceans for me. Logistics. Flights, markets, blended feasts. Not revenge, reclamation. They didn't know about the estate, or that their rejection freed me to host a celebration echoing with genuine joy, one they'd regret missing. This isn't just my story. You've felt sidelined, unseen in your own family. Stick with me. These turns will show how pain births strength. You'll gain tools for your boundaries, hope for healing. If this resonates, like share with someone hurting, subscribe for more tales of triumph. Comment your exclusion stories. We heal together. Hands steady, I packed. Tuscany awaited. What space? Sparked was my liberation. What would theirs become? My apartment felt too quiet after that text. The Chicago skyline glittered outside, but inside, my chest ached. Mom's words, "We need space," looped in my mind. I poured coffee, hands unsteady. The sting wasn't new. It was old, woven into years of being the reliable one, always second to Leela. I sat on the couch, memories flooding back. Each one sharpened the betrayal, like a blade honed by time. I was 10 when it started. Leela, 5, spilled juice. Mom laughed, cleaned it up. I spilled, I got a lecture. "You're older, Elara. Be careful." At 18, I worked nights to afford college. Leela's tuition, paid in full. My first car, a used sedan, took 2 years of savings. Leela's 16th birthday, a shiny SUV, keys handed over with smiles. I told myself it was fine. Leela needed more. I was capable. Capable. That word became my cage. My honors degree from Northwestern,
They clapped, then rushed to Leela's apartment move. My first big promotion at 27. Dinner turned into Leela's wedding plans. I showed up anyway. Called weekly. Helped when Nate, Leela's husband, lost jobs. Found tutors for their kids, Sophie and Liam. Always there, always unseen. They leaned on me, but celebrated her. Leela was effortless. Her charm filled rooms. A C grade report card got praise, my A's expected, her failed bakery venture. They bailed her out. My tech startup award. A quick, nice job, before talk of Leela's volunteer gig. Single at 31, I was incomplete to them. You'll find someone, Dad said, as if my life, career, art, friends wasn't enough. Aunt Vivian saw it. They love you, she said once, but they don't see you. Last Thanksgiving hurt most. I brought Ethan, hoping they'd see me whole. We sat at the kids' table, squeezed out by Nate's parents. My promotion speech. Cut short by Leela's school fundraiser story. Ethan left soon after. Your family's tough, he said. I nodded, swallowing the truth. I stared at the text again. Peaceful Thanksgiving. My presence was the conflict. I laughed, bitter, scrolled old messages. Christmas. Just gifts for kids? My birthday. Running late. Leela's meeting. Always her. My therapist's voice echoed. What if you valued yourself like they value her? I'd brushed it off. Now it rang true. I stood, pacing. The Tuscany estate was mine. A 4 million haven of olive groves and stone walls. I'd planned to show photos, prove my worth. Foolish hope. They'd never see me, but others would. Aunt Vivian, cousins Theo, Maya, they'd come. I'd build a table where I belonged. Then came the twist. I checked my phone for Nate's number, planning invites. A voicemail from Leela popped up, sent hours before the text. My heart stopped. Mom, Dad, it's working, she said, voice low. Tell Elara to skip Thanksgiving. I need the focus on us. My breath caught. Leela planned this, manipulated them to push me out. The betrayal cut deeper, not just neglect, intent. Fury surged, then calmed. Leela's voice confirmed what I'd felt for years. I wasn't imagining it. My fingers hovered over reply. No fight. I'd create something better. Tuscany called. A feast of joy, not obligation. Leela thought she'd won. She'd lit a fire instead. I opened my notebook. Names flowed, Vivian, Theo, Maya. The achy lingered, but purpose grew. They'd regret this. I'd make sure of it. Leela's voicemail echoed in my head, her words a cold confirmation of years spent in her shadow. I stood in my Chicago apartment, the city's hum distant. My coffee grew cold. Fury had settled into resolve. I wouldn't fight for their table. I'd build my own. The Tuscany estate, my 40 million refuge of stone and olive groves, wasn't just a dream. It was my answer, a place to forge joy where pain had ruled. Work had made it possible. Last year, after a decade at Horizon Tech, I became Chief Product Officer. Stock options? A 6-figure raise, endless meetings. I'd clawed my way up, nights blurred with code and pitches. The promotion wasn't luck. It was grit. For the first time, I could breathe financially. Could chase a dream born in college, sketching Tuscan hills during a study abroad. I'd saved, researched, waited. When a 400-year-old estate hit the market, vineyards, sunlit terraces, I knew it was mine. Signed the papers in October, planning a Thanksgiving reveal. That plan died with their text. We need space. Leela's voice. Tell Elara to skip. They'd never see those hills, the stone walls I'd touched with awe. Fine. I'd share it with those who saw me. Aunt Vivian, my rock, always listened. Cousins Theo and Maya bonded over summer lake houses, cheered my wins. Uncle Leo, Aunt Clara, their kids. Family who showed up. They'd come to Tuscany. I'd make it unforgettable.
I sat at my desk, notebook open, sketched the estate's layout: 5 bedrooms, a sprawling kitchen. Imagine louder feasts, firelight. My phone buzzed. Work email. I ignored it. This was bigger. I called Aunt Vivian first. They excluded me, I said, voice steady. She gasped. Lara, that's cruel. I told her about Tuscany. I'm hosting there. Will you come? Her voice softened. I'd cross oceans for you. My chest warmed. Italy? We're in, Theo said. Maya laughed. Better than Mom's dry turkey. Logistics swirled, flights, markets, menus blending American and Italian. I'd saved the voicemail, proof of Leela's game. Part of me wanted to confront her. Not yet. I'd let my celebration speak. Work kept me grounded. Meetings, launches, my team's trust. But nights were for planning. I emailed a Tuscan property manager, ordered linens, reserved a van. Each step felt like reclaiming ground. Then came the twist. I was packing Dad's old sketchbooks, sent after his office cleared out. A letter slipped from one, Mom's handwriting, dated 20 years ago. My heart stopped. I'm sorry, Robert, it read. The affair was a mistake. Leela's not yours, but I'll raise her as ours. My breath caught. Leela wasn't Dad's. Mom's favoritism, her focus, stemmed from guilt. The letter shook in my hands, always softer with Leela. Not love, atonement. The room spun. I'd been sidelined not for flaws but a secret. Anger flared, then softened. Mom's burden explained her bias, but didn't erase my pain. I tucked the letter away. It changed nothing. Tuscany was my focus. Leela's voicemail, Mom's guilt. They'd shaped a cage I'd now break. I looked at my notebook. Names listed: Vivian, Theo, Maya. They'd fill my table. The estate wasn't just stone and vines. It was freedom. Leela thought she'd pushed me out. She'd pushed me toward something greater. The letter from Mom burned in my mind. Leela wasn't Dad's, her favoritism a shadow of guilt. I sat in my Chicago apartment. The city's pulse faint beyond the windows. Leela's voicemail, tell Elara to skip, played on repeat. My coffee sat untouched, cold. Their exclusion wasn't neglect. It was deliberate, orchestrated. I felt raw, like a canvas stripped bare. But beneath the hurt, a spark grew. I wouldn't beg for their table. I'd create my own. I called my therapist, Dr. Ellis, that morning. Her voice was calm, steady. What do you feel? Elara? She asked. Words spilling. Anger. Pain. Clarity. I told her about the text, the voicemail, the letter. They've sidelined me for years. Leela planned this. Dr. Ellis paused. What would happen if you chose yourself? The question landed heavy. I'd always chosen them, showing up, helping. No more. I opened my notebook. Thanksgiving in Tuscany. I wrote. The 4 million estate, stone walls, olive groves, was my haven. I'd planned to share it, hoping for their pride. Foolish, they didn't see me, but others did. I dialed Aunt Vivian. I said, voice firm. Her gasp was sharp. Elara, that's heartless. I told her about the villa. I'm hosting there. Will you come? Her answer was instant. I'm packing now. My heart lifted. Next, cousins Theo and Maya. Italy. Theo laughed. Count me in. Maya's voice bubbled. Better than Dad's overcooked stuffing. Uncle Leo and Aunt Clara were next, their daughters Zoe and Leela squealing at the idea. Clara said, "We're there." Uncle Sam, Mom's brother, and his partner Greg rearranged plans. "We choose you, Elara," Sam said. Each yes felt like a stitch, mending years of being unseen. Planning consumed me. I worked with a Tuscan property manager, ordered extra beds, linens, a van for airport pickups, researched markets for turkey, truffles, local herbs, blended American stuffing with Italian bread. Work kept me grounded, meetings, launches, but nights were for Tuscany. I sketched the villa's dining room, candles flickering, laughter echoing. Each detail was a reclaiming, a refusal to be optional. The voicemail haunted me. Leela's voice, scheming. I saved it, evidence of her betrayal. Part of me wanted to call, confront her. But Ellis's words held me. Control your response, not their actions. I wouldn't fight. I'd build. The estate wasn't just a place. It was my stand, my worth made real. I emailed vendors, confirmed flights. The achy lingered, but purpose drowned it. They'd regret this, not through my anger, but my joy. My phone buzzed late, Nate's name flashing. Leela's husband. I hesitated, answered. Elara, it's about Thanksgiving, he said, voice low. Leela doesn't know I'm calling? My pulse quickened. What? I asked. He sighed. Your parents told us they asked you to skip, but I heard Leela push them. She's been playing them for years, guilting them for cash, attention. My breath caught. Playing them. She told them I'd caused drama, he said. I'm tired of it. Can we come to Tuscany? The kids would love it. My mind spun. Leela's manipulation ran deeper than I'd thought. Not just this text, years of it. Nate's voice held shame, honesty. I saw Sophie and Liam, their innocent smiles. Excluding them felt like repeating Mom's mistake. But could I trust Leela in my space? I need to think, I said. There's room, but it has to be different. He nodded through the phone. I get it. Thank you. I hung up, staring at the villa's photos on my laptop. Stone walls, sunlit vines. Lila's schemes had pushed me here, but Nate's call cracked open a door. Forgiveness, maybe first I'd build my table. Vivian, Theo, Maya, they'd fill it with love. Leela's betrayal cut deep, but Tuscany would heal it. Nate's call left me restless. Leela's years of manipulating our parents, pushing me out, burned fresh. I stood in my Chicago apartment, staring at the Tuscan villa's photos on my laptop. Stone walls, olive groves, my sanctuary. Could I let Leela in? Sophie and Liam's faces flashed, innocent, joyful. Excluding them felt wrong, like echoing Mom's rejection. But Leela in my space. Risky, I paced, weighing trust against hope. I called Dr. Ellis. Am I crazy to consider this? I asked. My voice shook. Leela orchestrated the text. Now Nate wants them in Tuscany. She paused. What are you afraid of? I swallowed. Her taking over. Making it about her, like always. Dr. Ellis's voice softened. Who controls this table? The question hit hard. Me. This was my villa, my rules. I could set boundaries. I hung up, clarity settling. I'd invite them. But different. I texted Nate. You're welcome in Tuscany. Tell Leela my space, my terms. His reply was quick. Understood. Thank you, Elara. My heart raced. Hope mixed with dread. Leela could ruin this. Or maybe away from Mom and Dad, we'd find new ground. I pushed the thought aside. Work waited, meetings, deadlines. But my focus was Tuscany. The villa needed to be perfect. I flew out a week early. The Tuscan air was crisp, scented with earth. The 400-year-old estate glowed under November sun. 5 bedrooms, a kitchen with a long oak table. I met Maria, the property manager. She stocked linens, arranged airport vans. I scoured markets in Cortona, haggling for free-range turkey, black truffles, fresh rosemary. My menu blended traditions: dad's stuffing with Italian bread, cranberry sauce with local berries. Each choice felt like a brushstroke, painting my vision. Back at the villa, I hung fairy lights, set candles on the table. Sophie and Liam would love the attic room. Aunt Vivian would take the master suite. Theo and Maya, the guest cottage. I imagined laughter. My phone stayed quiet. No texts from Mom or Dad. Their silence stung, but I was done chasing. Leela's voicemail, tell Elara to skip, still stung worse. I saved it, a reminder of why I was here. Then came the twist. Leela texted as I unpacked groceries. We're here, she wrote. Early, I drove to the airport, nerves tight. They stepped off the van. Nate, Sophie, Liam, Leela. Her eyes scanned the villa, guarded. Sophie ran to me, hugging tight. Aunt Elara, it's magical. Liam tugged my hand, pointing at vines. I smiled, but Leela's voice cut through. I owe you an apology, she said low. I pushed Mom and Dad to exclude you. I was selfish, scared we'd lose their focus. My breath caught. An apology. From Leela, her face was raw, no smirk. Nate nodded, urging her on. I've leaned on them too long, she said. I'm sorry. My heart twisted. Was this real? Or another play? Sophie's giggle broke my thoughts. I saw Mom's guilt in Leela's eyes, the letters wait. Forgiveness hovered, fragile. We'll talk later, I said. Let's settle in. I led them inside, the villa alive with their steps. Sophie and Liam raced upstairs. Nate carried bags. Leela lingered, watching me. Tension hung, but so did possibility. My table was set for healing, not competition. I'd watch her, guard my space. But her words opened a crack. Could we rewrite our story? The villa's warmth wrapped around us. I'd find out soon. The Tuscan sun dipped low, casting gold over the villa's olive groves. I stood on the stone steps, heart pounding, as tires crunched gravel. Aunt Vivian's rental car pulled up first. She stepped out, her silver hair catching the light. Lara, this is stunning, she said, hugging me tight. Her warmth steadied me. Theo and Maya followed, their laughter echoing. This beats Chicago, Theo said, slinging an arm around me. Maya snapped photos, eyes wide. It's a dream. Uncle Leo and Aunt Clara arrived next, their daughters Zoe and Leela bounding out, already claiming rooms. Uncle Sam and Greg pulled up last, arms full of wine bottles. For the feast, Sam said, winking. The villa buzzed as they explored, stone walls, creaking beams, the sprawling kitchen. Sophie and Liam, already settled, raced to the attic with Zoe, giggling over card games. Nate hauled bags, his smile grateful. Leela lingered, her apology from the airport still heavy. I watched her, cautious but open. I led them through the house. Fairy lights twinkled. The oak table gleamed, set for 14. Candles flickered their glow soft against the sunset. The kitchen smelled of rosemary and roasting turkey. I'd blended Dad's stuffing recipe with Tuscan bread, paired local truffles with cranberry sauce. Each dish was a bridge, American roots, Italian soul. This is your heart, Elara, Vivian said, squeezing my hand. My chest warmed. They saw me. Dinner prep was chaos, the good kind. Theo chopped vegetables, joking about his knife skills. Maya stirred gravy, teasing him. Clara arranged flowers, her daughters folding napkins into stars. Sam and Greg uncorked wines, debating vintages. Nate helped with the turkey, his ease surprising. Leela hovered, slicing bread, her eyes darting to me. I nodded, a silent truce. Sophie and Liam burst in, showing off place cards they'd drawn, turkeys with Italian flags. Laughter filled the air. We gathered at dusk. The table glowed, candles casting shadows on stone walls. French doors opened to the terrace, the vineyard beyond shimmering. I stood at the head, heart full. These people had crossed an ocean for me. No hierarchies, no favorites, just love. I raised my glass. To family who sees us, I said, voice catching. Vivian stood. To Lara, who built this? Glasses clinked. Sophie giggled. Even Leela smiled, small but real. The meal was magic. Turkey carved, plates passed. Stories flowed. Theo's medical practice, Maya's latest building design, Sam's travel tales. Laughter drowned out past hurts. No one mentioned Mom or Dad. I felt light, unburdened. Leela passed me the stuffing, her fingers brushing mine. This is perfect, she said, soft. I nodded, unsure but hopeful. The villa wrapped us in warmth, a cocoon against old wounds. Then came the twist. In the kitchen, clearing plates, Leela pulled me aside. Her face was pale, eyes wet. I need to tell you everything, she said. My pulse quickened. What? She swallowed. I've manipulated Mom and Dad for years. Not just the text, money, attention. I played on Mom's guilt. I knew she felt bad about the affair, about me not being Dad's. I used it. My breath stopped. She'd known about the letter, she said. If they focused on you, I'd lose them. My hands shook. Anger flared, then softened. Her confession was raw, no defenses. Why tell me now? I asked. She looked at the table, at Sophie laughing with Zoe. This place. It's real. I want to be better. My heart twisted. Was this genuine? Nate watched from the doorway, nodding slightly. I saw pain in her eyes, not schemes. A crack opened. Maybe we could heal. Phones chimed as dessert hit the table. Pumpkin pie. Tom's ringtone. Leela froze. I grabbed my phone. A text. Where's everyone? We're waiting for dinner. Others got similar messages. Uncle Leo's phone buzzed. Linda's panicking, he said. Maya grinned. Let's post photos. Zoe snapped a shot, us around the table, villa glowing. She captioned it Tuscan Thanksgiving. Family redefined. Comments poured in, friends awed. Mom would see soon. Their peaceful holiday crumbling. Leela's confession lingered. I didn't trust her fully, but her words shifted something. The table hummed with joy. Vivian raised another toast. To new beginnings. I caught Leela's eye, her glass raised. A gesture, small but heavy. The villa's warmth held us. Mom's text faded. This was my moment, my family. Their regret was coming, but mine was already gone. The Tuscan villa glowed under candlelight, its stone walls holding our laughter. Dessert plates sat empty, pumpkin pie crumbs scattered. Sophie and Liam giggled, teaching Zoe card tricks in the corner. Aunt Vivian sipped wine, her smile warm. Theo and Maya debated Chicago pizza, voices light. The oak table felt like a shield, guarding us from past hurts. Leela's confession in the kitchen lingered. Her years of manipulating Mom's guilt. using the affair to secure attention. My heart wavered between anger and hope. Her apology felt real, but trust was fragile. Mom's text broke the spell. "Where's everyone?" Phones buzzed across the table. Uncle Leo, Clara, Sam. Similar messages, her panic rising. Zoe's photo, posted online, had done its work. Our Tuscan feast, captioned, "Family Redefined," was public. Friends commented, "Odd." Mom would see soon her peaceful Thanksgiving unraveling. I set my phone down, pulse quick. Leela's eyes met mine, nervous. Nate squeezed her hand, urging calm. I felt the weight of what was coming. Vivian leaned in. "They're calling now," she said, showing her phone. Mom's name flashed. I shook my head. "Not yet. The villa was ours tonight. Joy, not conflict." Theo grinned. Clara laughed, but her eyes held worry. "They'll be hurt," she said. I nodded. So was I, for years. Leela stayed quiet. Her confession, knowing about the affair, exploiting it, changed her in my eyes. Not just spoiled, but wounded, scheming to feel loved. The night deepened. We moved to the terrace, stars bright above the vineyard. Sam started a fire, its crackle soothing. Sophie and Liam curled under blankets, yawning. I stood by the railing, the cool air sharp. Leela joined me, hesitant. "I meant what I said," she whispered. "I'm sorry, Lara. For everything?" I looked at her, searching for lies. Her eyes were raw, no smirk. "Why now?" I asked. She swallowed. "Seeing you here building this, it shamed me." My throat tightened. I wanted to believe her. But years of slights, tuition cars, ignored promotions, stung fresh. Mom's letter, her guilt over the affair, explained Leela's spotlight. Not fair, but real. "We'll see," I said, voice lowered. "Actions, not words." She nodded, stepping back. Nate watched us, his face hopeful. The villa's warmth pulled me back to the group, their laughter a balm. Phones chimed again, insistent. Mom's ringtone, then Dad's. Uncle Leo sighed. "They're relentless." Maya checked her screen. "They're calling everyone." I took a breath. "I'll handle it." I stepped inside, the study's quiet a contrast to the terrace's hum. My phone glowed with missed calls. I dialed Mom, heart racing. She answered fast. "Elara, where is everyone?" Her voice was tight, edged with panic. "We're waiting." "Dinner's cold." I sat, steadying myself. "We're in Tuscany," I said. "At my villa." Silence heavy. "Your villa?" she stammered. "What are you talking about?" I exhaled. "I bought a $4 million estate. Planned to share it at Thanksgiving, but you told me to skip." Her breath hitched. "We just wanted peace." My voice hardened me. "You let Lula push me out. She's been playing you for years." Another pause. Dad's voice cut in, on speaker. "What's this nonsense? Where's Leela?" I laughed, bitter. "Right here, with us. The whole family, Vivian, Leo, Clara, Sam, their kids. Everyone but you." Mom's voice cracked. "You took them away." I leaned forward. "No, you pushed me away. Told me I wasn't needed. I built my own table." Dad sighed, heavy. "We didn't mean it like that." I shook my head, unseen. "You did. For years. Leela's tuition, her car, her life, always first. My wins, ignored. I was reliable, so I didn't count." Silence stretched. Mom whispered, "We'll love you, Elara." I softened, but held firm. "Love isn't enough. Respect is. You never saw me." Then came the twist. Dad cleared his throat. "We didn't know how to handle it," he said. "Your mom's affair, Leela not being mine, it broke us. We overcompensated." My heart stopped. He knew. The letter flashed in my mind. Mom's confession, hidden for decades. "You knew?" I asked, voice shaking. "Since Leela was born," he said. "We tried to balance it. Gave her more to ease the guilt. Hurt you instead." My eyes burned. Their favoritism wasn't neglect. It was a wound they'd nursed, misjudged. Leela's manipulation fed on it. I saw Mom's face, always softer with Leela. Dad's distance, pain, not malice. But pain still scared. "You could have told me," I said. "Carried it, thinking I wasn't enough." Mom sobbed now. "We're sorry, Elara. We didn't see." The door opened. Leela stood there, eyes wide. She'd heard. Nate hovered behind her. "Put them on speaker," she said. I did, hands trembling. "Mom, Dad, it's Leela," she said. voice steady. Elara's right. I used your guilt. Pushed for the text, the money, the focus. I was wrong. Silence, stunned. Mom gasped. Lila. She pressed on. I saw it for years. Elara sidelined. I didn't stop it. Benefited instead. I'm sorry. My breath caught. Lila's voice held no games. She looked at me raw. Nate nodded, proud. I squeezed her hand, overwhelmed. Mom's voice shook. We didn't know. Dad added, we need to talk, all of us. I nodded, unseen. I said, not celebrating. Tomorrow. I hung up the study quiet. Lila exhaled. I meant it, she said. I nodded. We rejoined the terrace. Vivian raised an eyebrow. All okay? I smiled, shaky. Getting there? Sophie ran over, hugging me. The fire crackled, stars bright. The weekend unfolded. Village walks, castle tours, late night games. Theo taught Liam chess. Maya and Zoe braided Sophie's hair. Lila helped cook. Her laughter new. Nate opened up, sharing job struggles. Bonds grew unforced. Sunday, goodbyes came. Next year, Vivian said, eyes bright. Lila's embrace was tight. Thank you, she whispered. I nodded, a knot loosening. My phone stayed quiet. No more calls from Mom or Dad. Their silence spoke. They were reflecting. Small shifts emerged later. Calls grew balanced. My work celebrated. Not perfect, but progress. The villa held new memories, a foundation for truth. The Tuscan villa stood quiet, its stone walls holding our laughter's echo. I sat on the terrace, coffee warm in my hands. Sophie's drawings littered the table. Turkeys, vines, us. Lila's confession, Mom and Dad's guilt. Their silence after our call. It all settled like dust. I'd spoken my truth. They'd heard. Now, I waited not for their approval, but for my own peace. Months passed. Mom called first, hesitant. We're sorry, Elara, she said. Dad followed, voice soft. We didn't see you. Their words weren't perfect, but honest. Calls grew warmer. My promotion news sparked real pride, not Lila's stories. Lila wrote, apologizing again. I replied, cautious but open. Small steps, fragile but real. I worked, painted, lived. The villa's memory fueled me. Then came the twist. I found a bank statement in Dad's old files, sent after his estate cleared. A 500,000 trust in my name, set up years ago. My heart stopped. He'd seen me quietly, despite the slights. I cried, gratitude mixing with grief. I donated it to a Chicago youth art center, named for Mom and Dad. A legacy of healing, not guilt. Next Thanksgiving they came. Mom stepped into the villa, eyes wide. Laura, this is extraordinary, she said. I'm proud. Her hug lingered. Dad nodded, quiet but present. Lila arrived with Nate, Sophie, Liam. Her smile was genuine, no schemes. Vivian, Theo, Maya, the others returned, the table fuller. We cooked, laughed, shared stories. No favorites, just family. I stood at the table's head, glass raised. To choosing ourselves, I said. Lila's eyes met mine, grateful. Mom squeezed Dad's hand. The villa glowed, a home for truth. I'd built this, not from anger, but love for me, for them. You felt unseen, pushed aside. Know this, your worth isn't their gaze. Build your table. Fill it with those who see you. The greatest love is truth. The strongest family, one you choose. If this moved you, hit like, share with someone healing from family hurt. Subscribe for stories of strength. Your heart needs them. Comment your own traditions. Let's inspire each other. I looked at Sophie, sketching by the fire. The vineyard stretched beyond, eternal. I was home not in Tuscany but in myself.